Today's episode, I wanted to explain the concept of new fire. It's obviously what I named this series, so gotta get to it. With today's episode, you might notice I'm in a different location. I'm helping some friends out, so that's why I'm here. And while I've been here, I did take advantage of being in a new location. There's not really a skate park where I'm at, so I got out there and tried some of that. Hadn't done that in maybe 10 years, and really honestly I've never been on a skateboard in that capacity. So being on a cement scary skate park like that, where when the falls are, there's a lot riding on the falls, you definitely don't want to fall. It's challenging to learn new things, but I found a lot of challenges that I was faced with yesterday, and I overcame pretty much every one that was in my way, whether it was dropping into a tiny little quarter pipe off of the skateboard, which the first time I did fall, or learning how to roll up a ramp and then back down the ramp the other way and not lose your balance was the first time I fell, because it's not normal. But learning those things physically was really fun, really fun. Like I said, I never really done that. It felt silly being 32 years old out there with a bunch of kids, basically 15-year-old kids, it seemed like, and I stick out. I'm 32 years old and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm out there playing. It's the idea of adulting as a kid. I love that idea ever since I kind of heard that phrase. So it was a blast to be out there learning and failing and succeeding, and for each fall I took, which was pretty small, it didn't really hurt, but then when I would at the end of the day get a couple of successes, they outweighed the falls tenfold. Really happy with myself when I would overcome a challenge. So anyway, back to today's main topic, which was discussing new fire, or the concept of new fire. Fire was so important. When we started using fire to cook our food, it broke down the food so that our gut didn't have to do all the work. Therefore our gut shrank, and therefore our brain could do more work, and our brain grew. This allowed us to become much smarter. So with fire, we were able to stay warm, we were able to cook our food, and we were able to keep predators away. But most of all, it allowed us to increase our brain power. We got so much smarter by releasing more nutrients, allowing our gut to shrink and our brain to grow. When our brain grew, a lot of things started to happen too. We had the cognitive revolution, where we realized what we were. We realized that we were conscious beings. We realized that we could think, and we began to be able to think into the future and into the past like no other species on this planet can actually do, as far as I know. So before that, we couldn't even think into the future. We couldn't plan ahead. Now we have fire. Now we were getting smarter. Now we were planning ahead, and now we were starting to work together like had never been done before from any species. Again, certain species fly in flocks and run in herds and hunt in packs, but they don't work together in groups cognitively, strategically. And we were starting to do that because of the brain power that fire gave us. So it made us smarter, and it made us work together, and it brought us to where we are today, rapidly. Our brains grew, almost doubled in a really short amount of time. I want to say like 2,000 years. Our brains doubled, which is just ridiculous when you look at it from an evolutionary standpoint. And it was right when we got fire. So it made us smarter, it made us work together, and the fire ultimately grew into the Industrial Revolution. We harnessed fire into engines, machines, and computers to give us all of the modern technology that we have today. So fire was just incredibly important to us. I believe that we have now invented the new fire, or what will act as the new fire, and that is the internet. The internet does what fire did. It makes us much smarter, instantly almost, and it also allows us, or provides us, the opportunity to work together in ways that we never saw possible before. So plain and simple, I believe that the internet is the key to our next step in evolution. I think that we are going to evolve past this not being able to work together stuff. So I just want to leave you with that concept for today. So many of the future videos will tie back into this idea. And please like, subscribe, share, comment, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for tuning in to any of the videos so far. I hope that you have been enjoying them. I wanted to reiterate that this is somewhat of a live look into my sketchbook, so I try to get as far along in each idea that I present in the day. I hope that it makes a lot of sense, but I will elaborate on most of these ideas in the future and continue to build upon them.